Hey guys, it's Wiker again. Posting another battle. Um, I just wanna start doing something with all my videos where I'm gonna mention 3 facts, whatever, about things that you might think about in everyday life that might just annoy you. It'll probably make you laugh, but I saw it in a book that I saw in the store. I thought it was pretty funny, so I figured I'd share a couple. But yeah, one of the things it said was don't you hate it when you sit on a public toilet seat and it's still warm from the other guy that used it before you? That's disgusting. But then again, right after that one, it says, don't you hate it when you go into a public bathroom and the seat is just frozen cold because, well, that just doesn't feel good when you sit on a frozen cold toilet seat. And then another one it said was, don't you always hate it when when your waiter slash waitress always comes back like right after you take a bite of your burger? Oh, is everything all right? And you gotta like moan through while you're chewing to tell her it's all right. That's the worst. But anyway, here's the teams. I'm gonna start playing this video here using my poor man's version of recording against Ragger. It looks like pretty interesting game. Again, I'm pretty sure this is most of the same team from my last video. I think I might have swapped out 1 or 2 of my guys there. So he leads with this sucker. I'm thinking this whole time. I knew this first move was going to be huge because this is my utility Greninja, spikes and taunt. So I was thinking he was either going to drop the sticky web or he was going to go for the frickin' thunder, and he drops a sticky web. Kind of a misplay on my part. I just didn't know what to do, so I tried to play it safe. I didn't want to risk using taunt and then getting paralyzed, by a thunder though, because that would ruin my Greninja. He has Focus Sash, so I would have been safe regardless, but. Yep. I forego all that. I just dropped the 3 layers of spikes. He got his stinking sticky web down on me. Which kind of makes a difference, I think. I can't even remember. And then this is just plain redonkulous what happens to me. He uses his freaking thunder wave. And I think I get the rocks up, so he's in big trouble pretty much at this point because I don't think he had a spin around his team based on what I saw. But yep, 3 layers of spikes and rocks is not good for him. But yeah, this paralysis, I'm pretty sure I got yeah, there it is. I'm thinking fully paralyzed. I think for 3 or 4 out of 5 turns, and my freaking explosion ends up going down because of that. Oh, it was just garbage. Nothing makes me madder. That's one of them facts I should have put, is when something has a 25% chance of happening and it happens 4 times in a row. That is annoying. But all in all, I don't think I'm sold on sticky web. I've never tried it, but the people that I play with that use sticky web, I just feel like it doesn't make a big of enough difference. Oh, there's that paralysis again, and I don't like the guys that get it. It's just nah, I'm not sold because this thing sucks. But it ends up killing 2 of my guys just because of a bad play on my first bad play with my Greninja. He's kind of a suicide lead anyway, but this is just garbage. What happens? This is nothing I can do. This is nothing but bad RNG bullcrap. So I was so angry. I was so close to just quitting at this match at this point because Ferrothorn is one of my go-to guys for when I'm in trouble. I need a wall, obviously. I couldn't risk switching out. I didn't want to, because with that sticky web out, I didn't want to swap out to Garchomp and get hit by a bug buzz because he would go down probably 2 or 3 hits from it. Oh, this is my new Garchomp. That's right, he doesn't have a nickname. That's right, because this guy challenged me to a battle and I had to decline because I was still in the middle of EV training this thing. Because this one has Iron Head, where the other Baby Puncher one, which by the way I'm gonna nickname this one Baby Puncher again probably, but the other Baby Puncher has Poison Jab, which I don't think I like enough. So someone traded me Someone traded me the little what's his name, the baby form, Gibble, with an iron head and an iron tail actually bred onto him. I think his egg moves. So I went to work, and this guy also has Sand Veil, which I'm hoping to make use of when people want to use Tyranitar all the stinking time. There's the Stealth Rocks doing the work. I figured I'd bring my Garchomp back just to save him for something. I was kind of thinking he was going to go for the Boom Burst here anyway. Yeah, I made a pretty lucky call. And I feel like a lot of people like to use choice specs on their whatchamacallit. And I was hoping that on that Noivern, but I was hoping that whole time that he would bring out that Tyranitar and not the Gengar, because I put up the Sacred Sword here. I had to go for it, but this was probably one of the bigger moves for me in this game, because I needed a good KO after losing my Ferrothorn to all that garbage. So again, another maybe lucky prediction. That could have went either way. Yeah, he could have sent that Gengar out, and it would have been a different game, I think. No, actually, it probably wouldn't have been, because yeah, he would have just died to Shadow Sneak the next turn anyway. Well, regardless, I feel like that play made the game for me, because yeah, he had a pretty hard time with my sword here. And he intimidates with a, yeah, this is his Mega Evolution. I figured this was his Mega Evolution when I saw it in the teams, because no one really uses Mawile without Mega Evolving it. I knew this thing was going to give me a hard time if I swapped out, but I didn't actually think he was going to go for a Sucker Punch. I was thinking about King shielding. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want him to get off a Swords Dance if he had it in the set, though, because I did not want that thing to become a problem for me. So I figured I'd stay in and just go for a hit. And luckily, oh yeah, look at that. There's the Kangaskhan with the Hormonal as his nickname, or her nickname. And I was pretty lucky about outspeeding this thing. I don't actually know Mawile's base speed. I know it's not very high, but after Sticky Web, I was kind of afraid of getting swept by this thing at this point. But yeah, he's not even jolly, or I should say, he doesn't even have a speed boosting nature, my Kangaskhan, and he does have all the speed EVs though, so I guess it was still enough to outrun that thing. Lucky me. And I believe this was his last, yeah, the last guy at that time. And I figured, at this point I was still figuring he was choice spec'd, but I think by the end of the battle I found out he wasn't. But yeah, I just sacrificed Garchomp to whatever move he was using, because I didn't want to. I figured I'd save Kangaskhan for another fake out. Yeah, and at this point, I think at that point I realized I had him beat, because I still had, yeah, Kangaskhan and Slowbro left. Paul Heyman, for all you WWE fans. But yeah, and I saw how much damage Fake Out would do, and I figured the game was over as long as he didn't have Roost on that thing. So yep, I decided to swap him out, and I just let Slowbro tank the hit and just die, you know. But the only thing that goes good for me this whole game is right here, where the RNG actually loves me for once, but I didn't even care about that miss because this guy, you know, I just sent him out there to die. But what would you know, RNG hates me again. Paul Heyman gets confused, going for Ice Beam probably, and of course hurts himself in his confusion. So he gets an easy kill there. But all in all, that was my plan, just to sacrifice him so I can get that Fake Out back for Kangaskhan and take the game. So yeah, that was it. Kangaskhan is my last Pokemon here. But everything went to plan. He didn't have Roost, or he didn't try and use it, regardless. Down he goes. So yeah, very good game. You know, it was probably one of my worst games just because, you know, that very first play, a bad move on my part. And yeah, I got some bad RNG, but I still pulled through. So I'll post another video. Wiker out, guys.